ReefBum is sponsored by Bulk Reef Supply and Ecotech Marine.
Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. I am doing great. I spent about 3 hours this morning doing some fish tank maintenance, so that's kind of like when the bulk of when I do it is on the weekends. And today was a rather many tasks on the list there. Hey, what's up there, Wayne? Thanks for joining from England. I wish I could ship to you guys out there, but the frag sale is only for the continental United States, fortunately. Just let me know if there's any issues with the stream in terms of video and audio. Yeah, it's raining here in Vermont, so this is kind of a good day for me to do this. And I'm glad I got all the fish tank maintenance out of the way, for sure. So, yeah, hope everybody is having an awesome day, and I really appreciate you guys taking some time out to join me on the live stream and this live sale. So, if you folks have never participated in a live sale, you can go and the rules haven't changed. So if you have, then you don't really need to dig too deeply into the rules because nothing really has changed. But if you're new to my live sales, then visit reefbum.com/live sale. There's a couple of links on the homepage that'll get it to you, get you to those rules. And if you want to purchase corals on today's live sale, then you just visit reefbum.com/shop live sale. It's the WYSIWYG section of the website, so you don't actually have to type that URL in. Just go to the WYSIWYG section of the website. What's up there, Ryan? Yeah, so that is another option to get to the live sale item. So there's 93 corals. They're all SPS, no LPS. I've been a little lazy in terms of fragging Iconiopora and Alveopora, and I also have to, man, what do I have? It's another LPS coral, Space Invaders Pectinia, that is getting really large, and so I need to start fragging that. So perhaps my next live sale I'm not going to have another live sale until probably September. Going to be taking the summer off, which is, I think, always a good idea to recharge the batteries and try to avoid shipping during the height of summer. I still ship, but with these live sales, a lot of orders and what have you, it can be a little stressful at times. But I do hold on to frags, so I am very meticulous in terms of checking weather reports to make sure that the weather is good on my end, and not only on the customer's end, but also at the UPS hubs in between. And typically, the UPS next day air packages from me to wherever I ship them to go to Louisville. No, yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. Ryan, oh, nice. Yeah, the Alveopora and Goniopora just grow like weeds for me, and I'm glad to see that they're doing the same for you. Thanks, Wade, for the confirmation there. So yeah, no Goniopora and Alveopora in this live sale, unfortunately. I need to break out the saw and start fragging some stuff. So yeah, I'm very meticulous in terms of checking all the reports and making sure that we don't have any issues, because it's all about the animals, right? We want to make sure that the animals are going to be safe and not lost during shipping. But I do everything I can to prevent any DOAs. I ship with oxygen. I ship with activated carbon. So if there's any stress, the activated carbon will help counteract any of the bad bacteria that might multiply in the bag. So that trying to increase the odds of not having any mishaps during shipping. You know, it doesn't happen too often. It really doesn't happen too often, but every now and then it could happen. Yeah, it could happen. So yeah, all right. To and in terms of shipping, I'm going to try to ship out all these orders Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So whoever places an order, I will be in touch with you by tomorrow. So I'll sift through this stuff and get in touch with everybody that makes purchases during the live sale, you know, tomorrow to arrange for a specific day to take delivery of the frags. So yeah, in terms of continuing on with the rules, each coral that I'm going to be showing you guys has a number, and that item number will be on the live sale shopping page. So that should all sync up. So you got to buy a frag. If you want to buy a frag, put it in the shopping cart, and you got to complete the checkout process. You can't just keep it in the cart and assume that it's yours. You got to actually go through the checkout process. So, you know, the the long and the short of it in terms of shipping is that if you purchase more than $350 worth of corals, frags, then shipping will be free. If you're under 350 bucks, then you're gonna have to pay $50 for shipping. There's a couple of different options. You could buy a shipping module, you know, in advance of the live sale for 50 bucks. And if you're over the 350 bucks, I'll just refund you the money for the shipping module. You could just go through the whole live sale and see where things fall if you're not exactly sure how much you're going to spend. And then at the end, if you're under 350, then you can go ahead and buy that shipping module. If you're over 350 and you actually did pay for shipping, I'll refund your money. Don't worry about it. We'll make it all good. I really do try to sift through those details to make sure that there are no issues. If there are any issues, just let me know in terms of something that doesn't add up. And if you want to go along and, you know, purchase multiple frags and multiple orders, then just make sure you select the adding to order option to avoid paying multiple times for shipping. That's during the checkout. So if you buy some stuff and you saw some stuff that you liked but didn't push the button on it and it's still available, the sale prices for all these frags are going to be good until Tuesday, June 20th. Does anybody have any questions? You could just drop them in the chat for me. We could also do some Q&A during the live stream. I'll do my best to answer questions. I will be wearing multiple hats here. I'm going to be not only running the technical live stream, but I'm also going to be running the website in terms of all the inventory. So once things become visible on YouTube, then I'll make those available for sale on the website. So I will do my best to follow the chat. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a good old Lawson's Sip of Sunshine IPA. Nectar of the Gods. Love it. One of my favorite beers, if not my favorite beer. So yeah, everybody kick back and relax and pop open your favorite beverage. So let's take a look at some corals. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get it going. And the first frag up for sale is the Tyree Icefire Echinata. I haven't had this available for sale in a long time. It's been in grow out, so don't have a lot of frags of it. Probably this is the only frag in the live sale for the Tyree Icefire Echinata. It's a really cool old school coral that's been around a long time, and it's just gorgeous in terms of all the different colors on it. So it is a coral that I've been very popular among my customers, but I haven't had it any really available for a while. So snag that one if you're looking for it. Next up is the BC Joker 2.0, and that's a well encrusted frag. This is perhaps one of my favorite corals these days in my peninsula tank. It's a real stunner. It's just got that deep purple coloration and then those bright lime tips. So I think it's technically a bonsai coral, but it's a very unique bonsai coral. So it's super cool and certainly one of my favorites. If anybody has any issues, try to just let me know in the chat. Something seems off. What we got next? The North Star's pink clathrata. Not exactly sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but it's a tabling acro that is a gorgeous red. It was brought in, I think, originally by Bill Bermucci from North Stars Coral. Thus the name North Stars. The sick tabling acro. Yeah, holy encrusted frag. There's the mother colony right there. Next we got the BC Dayglow Pink Millie. And I've said this many times, I love pink and red Milliopora. So this is a super chunky frag of the Dayglow. Purchased it direct from Adam Battle Corals. You're not seeing these on the WYSIWYG link here? That's odd. Are people not seeing these frags on the WYSIWYG section? They should be there. Try clearing your cache. I'll double check on my end here. Yeah, I'm seeing them pop up on my end, so they should be there. Try clearing your cache. Yeah, there you go. Light up pink tip. Such a cool frag. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes that happens to people. They don't see the frags popping right up, but yeah. That's the mother in my peninsula tank. It's kind of fused with the Worldwide Corals Cookie Monster right to the right of it, and that's a Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous right to the left of it. This is a very unique coral, the Sequarium Unknown. It's got a very unique growth form on it, and it you'll see in the mother colony, it's kind of shaped like a tulip. It's got a big stem on it. And then it's just got some branches that come off of the stem. I don't know, maybe it was because of the flow in my tank, that's why it was forming like that, but it's also got like these purple tips on it. Really neat. You know, sometimes it's like the shape of the coral, not necessarily the color is like the eye catcher. Here is a an ACI toxic Arachnopora. This thing just glows. It's really easy to keep, I find. Grows fast. And I've got a big, nice colony in my peninsula tank on this coral. Acquired this directly from Chris at ACI. Really cool piece. That's the mother right there. Big chunk of the two guys corals cherry bomb. This thing is like a 1 1/4 inches tall, and it's really cool. It's got like hints of green. That's kind of hard to see with this particular frag, but yeah, it's like a reddish pink tenuous. It's got like those pink coral lights. Sick coral, really sick. That's the mother colony a while ago. So my mother colony's gotten a lot bigger than that. Really cool looking tenuous. What do we got next? Another BC Dayglow Pink Millie. Just some serious pink in the coral light. It's got the pink polyps, and it grows pretty quickly for me. I mean, part of my colony in my peninsula tank, which you can see right there, is starting to get it shaded out by the TSA Bill Murray, and I got a couple of frags of that will be available later on. Ah, Jason Fox Homewrecker. Big chunky piece of the Homewrecker, which is a 1 1/4 inch tall frag. Such a cool rainbow tenuous with all the colors going on there, and yeah, it fetches a big price, but it's worth it. I really do think it's worth it, and it grows at a pretty quick pace for me. So you know, if that's something that you do pick up, I think you can kind of make your money back pretty quickly based on the way it grows. So that's one way to look at it. But if you're not into that, you're not into that. You know, maybe you're just into collecting pieces that you dig, right? This is a ReefBum tricolor Validia. Okay, thanks, RT. Click latest, huh? Oh, sort by latest. There you go. Good tip. That's the mother colony of the tricolor. Next up, we got the TSA Bill Murray. That frag is a 1 1/2 inch frag. I might have ended up putting that one in the trash. The product. That would suck. I'll have to see if I can recover that. There's another TSA Bill Murray frag in the live sale. Ah. TSA Princess Peach. This thing is so freaking red. Really a killer coral. Got that green in there. Sick piece. That's the only frag of the Princess Peach that I got in this live sale. See, the mother colony will be coming up. There it is. Serious pink in there, and you don't see the green in the mother colony right there, but it's there. Cali Tort, classic. Classic. One of my favorite pieces. I just love solid color corals that you can see from across the room. Hey, Paul, man, thanks for popping in, man. Happy Saturday to you too. Kryptonite tenuous. Got this piece from Dong years ago. Grows like a weed. Super, super bright green. Burn your retinas. That's the mother colony in Peninsula Tank. Yeah, I think it's a great contrast of colors when you have like bright, vivid green coloration. You got the Cali Tort, which is just so blue and purple, more purplish. ACI Cherry Pie Millie. This is a sick Millie. A pink and reddish Milliapora. This one is it's on the smaller side. It's a 3/4 inch frag. My colony's gotten huge. Like I said, I just love pink and red millies. I hoard them. That's the mother colony, and that's not an updated shot of the mother colony. Pump maintenance day. Yeah, Paul, I hear you, man. I spent 3 hours today working on maintenance of my tank, so. This is such a freaking cool coral. It's an old school coral, the upscales microcladus. I mean, look at all the things that are going on with this coral. It's just like got this fluorescent lime green color. It's got purple tips. It's got purple polyps. I've had this coral for a very long time, and well worth it in terms of adding it to your collection. That's the mother colony. It's a very old shot of my mother colony. I gotta update my mother colony videos. Get some more recent representation. Sexy Corals Orange Passion. Another well-known old school rainbow tenuous. The blue tips, you can't even see it that well in this video, but the blue tips for me have really started popping since I've started dosing fluoride. But don't dose fluoride until you get an ICP test and know what your fluoride levels are. You can't just start dosing fluoride willy-nilly. That's a little too dangerous. That's a huge chunk. The Sanjay's leprechaun's beard. And how big is this frag? It's a 1 and 1/2 inch tall frag. Multi branches. There's a lot going on with this coral. You've got the purple tips, you've got the green polyps. It's a very hairy coral, I find, and it's another coral that can grow pretty quickly. That's a mother colony in my peninsula tank. Milka stylo. Classic Milka stylo. Another coral that you can really just see from across the room. It's a stunning purple. That's the mother colony. One of my mother colonies. I've got several. What have we got next? Walt Disney. Another really cool rainbow tenuous. I find all of these rainbow tenuous to be pretty hardy. So even though they fetch a decent price, they're very resilient from my experience, which is a good thing. Some video of the mother colony. Fauna Marine, you could use Fauna Marine to test fluoride. I use Reef Labs for ICP testing as well. That's my kind of go-to, Reef Labs, and they're going to soon be able to measure fluoride. So once that happens, I'll be using Reef Labs for fluoride. All right, there's a TSA Bill Murray frag, and I'm not going to delete that, so I love that this coral is just, it's like a tabling acro. There's a lot of different colors that come out on this coral. It's really cool coral. One of the fastest growing corals in my peninsula tank. Mother colony. Tyree Superman tenuous. This video does not truly exhibit the blue on this particular frag. This is another coral that has really benefited from me dosing fluoride in terms of bringing out the blue tips. But not too many blue tenuous out there. And this one's been around for a long time. Sick coral. The only one I have in this live sale. That's a video of the mother. Worldwide Corals Cookie Monster, Sarmentosa. Beautiful coral. It's a very dense branches. So it's got that really cool green coloration and the strawberry tips on it with those strawberry polyps. Really neat. I love it. And it's tabling out for me. There you can kind of see the contrast, how vivid that green is, and the strawberry tips are just kind of glowing. Another upscale is Microcladus frag. This one's a little chunkier. 1 1/4 inches. I think the other one was like an inch tall. So I like to have my greens, my lime greens, my purples, my pinks, my reds, blues, what have you. It's kind of like a canvas, and you're painting, using the all the colors in the rainbow there. And that's one of the corals that I like to kind of include, have in my tanks. Another old school coral, I think, is in Acropora, Florida. The ATL strawberry fields. You don't see you'll see the strawberry tips in the mother colony video that's coming up, but this is another tabling Acropora for me. So cool, gorgeous piece. There's a video of the mother colony. Kind of like a deeper green with those strawberry tips. Ah, Tyree Blue Matrix, another very popular coral among my customers. It's it's a I don't know what kind of coral that is. I don't know what kind of acro that is in terms of the scientific name, but all I know is freaking blue. So you got those blue corallites, the blue polyps. And again, it's another coral that's pretty hardy for me. Mother colony shot. The Rocky Mountain Frags, break out your wallet, Millie. Sick red Millie. Really sick. I've been growing this one out in my peninsula tank, and I've had to frag it a lot lately because it's having a little war with another acro. Which is, I guess, it's a good problem to have, that it's growing fast. Just see the deep red coloration right there on that. This is a sick rainbow tenuous, Jackson's rainbow tenuous, and that's under like full spectrum lighting. That's under 400-watt 20K radium bulbs, middle halide lighting, and look at the red and the pink and the coral lights and the red and the polyps. So there's no blue light enhancing that. So to me, that's like truly amazing. And that's like one of the mother colonies I have, and that's under halides. The biggest colony I have is under my LEDs in the peninsula tank. I mean, look at that. Look how sick that is with the in terms of that mother colony shot. Another Tyree Blue Matrix. What do we got up next here? That's the mother colony of the Blue Matrix. Got another Seaquarium Unknown frag right there. Pretty good deal on that, 32 bucks for that frag, which is an old school frag, and got that very unique form and very unique coloration too. You don't see that kind of coloration in terms of that almost like cream color in the base of the branches, and you've got the green polyps and purple tips. Really neat piece. Another ACI cherry pie millie. I don't know. I just can't get enough millet pour. If I could have a an SPS dominant tank with all millies, that would be very cool. Really do think that would be pretty neat. Multi-branch frag, mother colony. Another BC Joker 2.0 frag. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I did acquire this piece from Dong. Everybody knows Dong from my live streams. And yeah, it's grown very well for me. I put a backup frag in my so my main colony is under LEDs under the Peninsula tank. I put a backup frag, and it's growing really quickly for me in my 187 gallon display tank. That's a very young video of the mother. Will white corals, blueberry fields. Really neat. Tricolor, I guess you could call it, perhaps. I'm not sure. But it's a pretty freaking awesome coral in my tank. What do we got next? Jason Fox, Frankie's Kryptonite Acro. I believe this is an Acropora austera. Big frag of it, 2 inches tall. You got the purple, you got the green, you got some cream coloration in there. Picture of the mother. Next, we got a classic Montipora. I think this is a Tyree Mystic Sunset Montipora. Bright red, got like the neon blue polyps happening there. I've got several Monties in my tanks. They're good. They're good to kind of have things spread around. I got them on my bare bottom tank, so they're good if you have a bare bottom tank and you want to kind of pick up some real estate with that. Next, we got the ACI Light Bright. Another piece I acquired from Chris Meckley at ACI. And it kind of reminds me of the Jason Fox Flame, but it's got the yellow highlights on the coral lights, whereas Jason Fox Flame has got the yellow tips. So there's more of the yellow highlighting going on, but you can kind of see the tips right there in the mother colony are more pronounced versus that frag. So it does look a little bit like the Jason Fox flame. I think it's kind of neat. I have to ask Chris what kind of acro that is. ORA Hawkins. This is another coral that I haven't really made had a lot of frags available. This is the only frag of the Hawkins in the live sale that I do have. Oh, cool. Yeah, Ryan, that's nice. Light Bright is a pretty good grower for me as well. But the ORA Hawkins, it's a smooth skin coral. Just got some sick teal coloration on it. And I don't find the smooth skin corals to be more demanding than the non-smooth skin corals, personally. I know sometimes they don't ship well, but I haven't really had any issues with that. Light Bright is kind of similar to the pink Cadillac. It might be the same type of coral. I'm not positive. But pink Cadillac, I think, has got kind of more pinkish coloration versus the Light Bright. The ACI Manila Spy. This is a coral that Jake Adams discovered. I thought he collected it, but he discovered it in Dubai. So I guess he was the one that kind of brought it into the U.S. I believe. I have to double check that story. But yeah, this was something that Jake brought in with him. Not collected. Another Cali Tort frag. Love the Cali Tort. Love the Cali Tort. It can grow really fast. That's a shot of the mother colony I had there that got to be huge. Gigantic. So, I don't know if you watched my live stream a couple nights ago with Chris Meckley. We were talking about the ACI Pink Spathulata. This thing, you're going to see the mother colony video. And when I first put this in my Peninsula tank as a frag, it was pink. And then the colony developed pink. Not a lot of polyp extension, so it was very pink corallites. But man, for me, this thing, the polyps on this thing, it's just like gone bonkers. So it's a I was saying we got to like rename this thing, Chris, but in his tank it's still pink. I've got a frag in my tank under halides that's more pink, not a lot of green in there. It's bizarre, so it probably just depends on the tank conditions in terms of what that color, how it's going to color up. PC Superman table, a classic, very red table from Pearl Corals. It's been around for a long time. I really dig it. It can develop, kind of like some green at the base, which is a nice touch. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we got 93 frags in this live sale, and the other thing I'll mention is that if you see something you like but didn't push the button on in terms of buying it, and it's still available for sale, the sale prices will be good until this Tuesday, June 20th. Tuesday, June 20th. So, and if you want to purchase additional corals during the live sale, like I said, you got to complete the checkout process. But just make sure you use the adding to order option on checkout if you buy additional frags during the live sale. There's another colony shot of the ACI light bright. Yes, Clayton, we got one Monty cap in the live sale coming up. This is the only frag I got of the Oregon Blue Tort. The sickest blue acro out there. There's no denying that. There's nothing to compare it to. This thing just, when you get a colony, when you have a frag that grows into a colony, it's striking. Just really striking. I don't care about all those multicolored corals that look awesome with macro shots and stuff. When you see this coral from across the room, make your jaw hit the ground. Here's another really sick Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous frag. Really, the reds and the pinks are just going crazy on this coral, and that particular frag is really very representative of what this coral can look like once it grows into a mature colony. Got a another Rocky Mountain Frags piece to break out your wallet Millie. This is a super red Millie, and you can see this is an encrusted frag, so you've got some green at the base. And it's weird. In my mother colony, you did not notice the green, but when the frags, and there's another similar frag right next to it, when the frags start encrusting, you kind of can see that green. And it could also depend on the, there's the mother colony. I don't see any green in that mother colony, but the frag's developing green. So I think it just depends on the conditions of the tank that the frag is in. Clayton, I would say stick to Montipora if you haven't really dove too deeply into SPS or an Arachnopora. Those are good too. Pretty hardy corals. Once you have success with those, then you can kind of like step it up a little bit. And I wouldn't spend a lot of money. Go for like some Stylophora. The Milka Stylo is a great coral. I would even like say Montipora and Stylophora are pretty similar in terms of the hardiness. And we got a couple of those pieces coming up for you, man. Beef Wrap Unknown Pink Millie. Really cool piece. So there you go. That's the orange cap. And I've talked about this before during these live sales, but this was a Worldwide Corals grafted cap. So it had green in the frag, but the orange just overwhelmed the green. And now I've got this ginormous orange cap in my Peninsula tank, which is cool. I love it. Where my clownfish hang out. Here you can see there's one of the storm mocha. I think that's a mocha storm. I got a mocha storm and an orange storm as a pair of clownfish in my Peninsula tank, and that's their home. That big frickin' orange cap. That's a great piece. Just go to the WYSIWYG section of the website there, Clayton. You should see it pop up. That's how you can purchase it. There's a link I pinned in the chat on the YouTube at the top there. How to purchase corals. The link to purchase corals. Milka Stylo. Frag. If anybody's having issues with terms of buying or purchasing corals, let me know. Anything going on with the website that I should know about, let me know. Jason Fox Flame. Been around a long time. Timeless piece. Mother colony. My mother colony's gotten a lot bigger than that. I used to have a lot of problems with that particular frag. I lost a couple of them. Never really took off for me. But finally this one did. Purple Slimer. Good old school Purple Slimer frag. Staghorn. You bump into it, you frag it, you cut or whatnot. Slimes. That's not a green slimer next to it, but I don't have any more green slimer. I haven't had one of those in a long time. That's another great stag. Mother colony shot. See the stag formation. ACI dragon fruit. This is a really sick Monty that I got from Chris. It's I've got both the ACI dragon fruit in the bottom of my peninsula tank and the Tyree Sunset Monty at the bottom of my peninsula tank, and the dragon fruit is winning that battle. It actually has overlapped the Sunset Monty. I don't know exactly what that means. No, it's got like that blood red skin, the neon green polyps, whatever you want to call those kind of frosty fluorescent polyps. Tyree Pink Lemonade, another OG SPS. Very, you'll see the mother colony coming up. It's got some very vivid yellow coloration and super contrast with the pink polyps on it. There you go. Love how those pink polyps is dancing in the flow. Another real old school coral, the orange Setosa. This is another Clayton coral that I would certainly give a try. It's a very hardy Montipora, very colorful Montipora. It's just that solid splash of orange color. Yeah, I agree with you. Love the pink lemonade. Love it. This is probably one of my most popular corals, the Tyree Red Dragon. I sell a lot of these. It is a smooth skin coral, and I don't know. I don't find them more demanding. Maybe I mentioned that before earlier in terms of the smooth skins versus the other types of corals. But this grows really quick. And how many pink red corals do you have? I mean, solid pink red corals like that, and it's got those white polyps. It's a sick piece. Another old school coral coming up. Superman Monty. Got that purple skin, bright red polyps. I've got a big colony on the bottom of my bare bottom tank, peninsula tank, that's just spreading. It just provides that extra color to the tank, And I don't like to have a lot of different corals in the bottom of my tanks. I think it just looks a little bit too cluttered. But yeah, so I think just having a few for me and how they grow so quickly, it's a good look for me. Another BC Dayglow Pink Millie. That branch on the right is actually part of that frag. It's not part of the frag to the right of it. So it's a kind of an interesting piece, but it's a really big chunk. I got 1.5 inch piece of the BC Dayglow, Pink Millie. So if you're looking for a Pink Millie, definitely consider that piece. I haven't had a lot of this for sale lately. I used to have a ton of it, and then I donated a lot of this coral when I broke down my 187 gallon tank. When I rebooted my 187 gallon tank, I donated a lot of this coral, and then it's just like, wow, I donated too much. I didn't have any left over to pass along to my customers. So I'm starting to bring this coral back online in terms of making it available for sale. It's a really sick Montipora. This is another easy to care for piece if you're just getting into SPS. And it's gorgeous. So it's got that purple skin and the green polyps on it. Another Worldwide Corals Blueberry Fields. I guess this is qualified as a bonsai type of coral, but among all the bonsai corals or tricolor corals that I have, this one really seems to be the sickest piece. It's just the purple really pops on the mother colony that I have in my display tank with this piece. It's a looker, let's put it that way. That's when it was just a youngin. This is a really cool encrusting Monty, the ACI Emerald Forest. It's really puddled out very nicely for me in one of my frag tanks under LEDs. And we had some guests over at our place a few weeks ago, and somebody that didn't know corals or what have you, and came into my frag tank room and looked at the frag tank with that coral that was encrusting on the bottom of the frag tank. It's like, wow, that's incredible. So this really stands out. Next, we got another Towery Pink Lemonade frag. This has been a tough piece for me to frag. It's not the way the colony is growing for me. It's a very dense branches, so I think this piece is only like 3/4 of an inch. Or no, actually, this is an inch tall. So it's tough for me to get a good chunk of the Towery Pink Lemonade, but it's a really cool old school coral. Another home wrecker. An inch tall home wrecker frag. Just an outstanding piece. Kind of cool how it's lined up with the other home wrecker and that Jackson's Rainbow Tenuous. You know, again, and all these shots right here are full spectrum lighting. That's under LEDs. The colony shot. Another staghorn, the Tyree lime in the sky. This will develop these kind of baby blue tips. You don't see it in the frag. You kind of see the baby blue in some of the base of the well, on the skin. You kind of see it near the top there, but in the colony shot, I think you'll be able to see that. Not as much, but I got other frags. I've got the baby blue tips on it, so it will develop that. I like having a mix of different types of corals in my tanks, like staghorns and tables and bottle brushes and smooth skins. Nice to have a little variety, you know. There's another ACI pink spathulata frag. That's the second frag and the yeah. I've only got two of those frags in this live sale. So you know, again, for me, the green polyps have just gone bananas on this coral, and they've overwhelmed the pink corallites, which was the origin of the name, as you can see right there in this colony shot about a year ago. So you can't really see any of the polyps, or the green polyps are very tame compared to what you saw in that frag, and the mother colony reflects that. Another Stylophora, and this one's a real sweet piece, the Jason Fox bug out stylo. So another hardy coral, you know, it's a Stylophora, but gorgeous, really beautiful piece, and it kind of you know, when you look at the mother colony, it looks more purple than anything, but it's got this fluorescence, as you can see right there. So this is another old school piece that you don't see around a lot. The Wet Thumb's mother of pearl, and this is a real chunky frag of the Wet Thumbs that I have going on here. It's about an inch and a half tall. So you've got the purple, you've got the green, you've got the purple polyps. You can really see the purple with the video of the mother colony coming up here. Right there. That's when it was very small in terms of that mother colony. So my mother has gotten a lot bigger than that. But really neat piece. The another ATL strawberry fields frags, and these are like fully encrusted strawberry fields frags. And they will develop that strawberry at the tips when they're happy in an established tank. I don't know, for some reason when I frag it, the strawberry tips take a while to develop, but once it starts branching out into a colony, then you will see those strawberry tips. It is well worth the wait. Let me tell you, it is well worth the wait. And I think that's another thing that is very important when you're talking about SPS, is that you need a lot of patience for pieces to develop. You know, if something looks like it's a real clunker in the tank, don't pull it. Let it, you know, let it take. It takes time to season. This is a super, super cool tabling aquapore, the TSA Fruity Pebbles. More, dense branches on there, but it's also kind of see some hints of green there, but it's a very deep red coral, as you can see there. So again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat about the live sale, or if you have any questions that you want to email me about, you can just reach out to me via my contact form. But I will be in touch with the folks that make purchases tomorrow to nail down a time or a day for delivery. And in terms of shipping, what I talked about at the beginning, at the top of the show, is that free shipping for any orders, all combined orders over $350, and anything under $350, you got to pay $50. So if you paid $50 for shipping and you went over $350, don't worry about it. I'll refund you the money. The other thing I want to make sure that everybody is aware of is that the sale prices for all remaining live sale frags will be good until Tuesday, June 20th. And all those particulars are in the live sale rules, where there's a link that I pinned to the message on YouTube. This is the only Tyree Sunset Montepora frag that I got in the live sale. I love this Monty. It's so cool with that orange skin, the green polyps. Really, really outstanding Montepora, encrusting Montepora. And again, all these encrusting Montes are very easy to keep, I think, and they're also gentle. I'll have a lot of them that'll come kind of like encrust up to the base of acros, but they don't like go up the branches and what have you. They're very gentle, I find. Another Rocky Mountain frags, break out your wallet, Millie. Such a cool coral. So we got 93 frags in the live sale. We're kind of hitting the home stretch here. Another Sanjay's leprechaun's beard. There's a whole story behind this coral in terms of how it made it into the hobby and how it got its name. And next time I have Sanjay Yoshi on the live stream, he'll tell that story. It's an interesting story, but that's part of the hobby, is the name game, right? But this is not one of those corals that comes with a ridiculously high price. I think it's a very reasonable price. Coming up, we've got another TSA Fruity Pebbles frag, a smaller frag of the Fruity Pebbles. 3/4 inch. You want to try like a more advanced acro, and you're digging table acros and you want a red table, that's the piece for you. That's the piece for you. Look at true table in terms of that formation. And a lot of my corals in my peninsula tank do table out, and I think that's because of the height of that peninsula tank, which is only 20 inches tall, and I got a lot of flow in there, so I think that helps to create more tabling acros. Vivid confetti. Another piece that's been around for a long time. This is the only frag I got of that in the live sale. Really, a lot of red. Got some pink in there. I've got some frags in my frag tank that are got some green developing in the base. A lot going on with that coral. Another Jackson's rainbow tenuous. I don't know. If you want to try a rainbow tenuous, and this is probably the coral to try. You know, it doesn't get as much attention as the Homewrecker or the Walt Disney or the Sexy Corals Orange Passion. I think it's right up in that top tier. You know, it's got the red, it's got the pink, it's got the blue, it's got some green. That's sick. That colony. Another Worldwide Corals Cookie Monster frag. You can really see the green in this thing. Sarmentosa. Very dense branching coral, but also a beautiful coral. PC Rainbow. I can't recall if we had another PC Rainbow. If we already saw the first PC Rainbow frag in this live sale, but super deep, bright red coral. My colony now is probably at least 12 inches across. It's fused with my TSA Bill Murray. It's fused with my ACI Pink Spathulata. So I've got a nice little coral head going in my Peninsula tank, and front and center is the PC Rainbow. It's a really cool coral. Another Tyree Red Dragon. I think when this coral first came out, it was at least like a $200 1 inch for a frag or something. It was crazy expensive, but you know, it made the rounds on the hobby. It's a fast grower, so that brought the price down over time, and I think it's a very reasonably priced coral at this point in time, and totally worth having in your tank. Next is you know, this was sold to me as an ORA pearlberry. And for those of you folks that know that coral, this is not an ORA pearlberry. Even you could tell from that frag, there's just a little bit too much green in there, and the branching is not right. This is actually what I found is it's not the ORA pearlberry. It's some sort of tabling acro, but it's got a lot of characteristics in terms of the coloration of the pearlberry, which is neat. So you can see there, that's the mother colony, and you've got the pearlescent coloration on the tips, and you know, the green polyps. So it's another piece if you're looking for a table that is a nice addition to a tank. This is another Jason Fox Frankie's Kryptonite Acro, the Austera. I think any coral where you got like multiple colors going on, and then and then one can dominate when you're looking at it from afar. So this coral, like, it's the purple that kind of stands out to me when I'm looking at it from afar. But when you kind of get up close to it, that's kind of a neat thing to kind of see. You know, you can see that's the purple is dominating in this coral, and I really dig purple corals. So it is one of my favorites. This is a kryptonite tenuous, and we had a frag earlier in the live sale, and I think I mentioned this. Maybe I didn't. This is a piece I got originally from Dong, and really aggressive, fast grower. If you want to try an SPS and you haven't had a lot of experience with SPS, and this is probably a good piece to start with because it can tolerate a lot, I find. So again, all the folks that you folks out there that made purchases, I will reach back out. I will reach out tomorrow, Sunday, to arrange for a shipping date. And you know, my plan is, unless the weather sucks on my end or your end, to ship all these frags out Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And additionally, any frags that are left over from the live sale will remain on sale until Tuesday, June 20th. DC Rainbow. Sweet. If anybody knows what kind of acro that is, let me know in the chat. This is another tabling acropora. For me, it's tabling, and it's you know, this pink Meliopora from Reef Raft. It also, as you can see, a piece to the left of it, which is not the piece that's being featured right now, has some green in the base. So on the mother colony that I have in my peninsula tank, and a lot of the frags that I have that are encrusted, develop that green. So that's another really neat thing with that particular coral. And this is the only frag I got of the Blue Boy table. It's got this baby blue coloration, really neat. It's got like these orange polyps, and it will table out. It's really cool, you know, and it just depends on the flow you put it in and the lighting that it gets in terms of how much it will table out. But the mother that I got in my frag tank, which you can see right there, is kind of tabled out. Not too many blue tables out there, so pretty unique, I think. Got another chunky Milka Stylo frag. Look at those polyps just dancing in the flow there. Yeah, so this is another coral that if you want to see something from across the room, you want something that's pretty easy to keep, that's very tolerant. If you're new to SPS, then this Stylophora is a great piece to try, and it's a big chunk of it. I got so much of the Milka Stylo, it's crazy. We got the only ATL forest fire Digi frag, and Digis are another type of SPS that are very easy to keep, any digitata. But this is a beautiful piece because you've got the bright orange polyps with the contrast of the green in the tips of this coral. It's another piece that's been around a long time, but really well worth adding to a tank. Another ACI toxic, an Arachnopora frag. There's other Arachnopora frags that are bright orange, I think, bright red. I can't recall off the top of my head the names of those corals, but really neat piece. Grows quick. Another colony in my peninsula tank. Nice, Luis. Digging that. Orange Setosa. Big orange Setosa frag. Chunky orange Setosa frag. I stuck the mother colony that I had into my peninsula tank, and it's kind of like encrusting on the rock. It's crusting on the bottom. A nice big blot of orange in that tank. You can see it right there. And speaking of orange, got another ACI Manila Spy frag. You know, again, this is a coral that Jake Adams brought in. Grows like a weed. Very delicate branches. So you got to be careful with it when you plant the frag on your rock. But this thing is, it will reward you. Let's put it that way, because it does grow very nicely. It's a very unique coral too, branching Montiporo. All right, only a couple left here, folks. Only a couple left. Another purple slimer frag. Another coral that's very popular among my customers is the purple slimer. And yeah, I don't think there's too many purple staghorns out there, so perhaps that's why it's so popular. You gotta go for the spectrum of colors. You know, you gotta have a color palette in your reef tank. It's an art form. Another Wet Thumb's mother of pearl frag, branchy frag, chunky frag, purple polyps, cream in the skin, got the green going on. Hard to find. I think this is a hard to find coral out there. Don't see it a lot. All right. Coming up to the last coral in the live sale. The TGC Cherry Bomb. There you can really see the green standing out, contrasting very nicely with the pink corallites and the red polyps. It's like a red tenuous, folks. Get that, you got red tenuous there. Tyree Superman tenuous with the blue tenuous. You got a home wrecker that's got a lot of green in it. You got a nice palette of colors there. So yeah, that's kind of like a wrap. And I appreciate you folks tuning in for the live sale and spending part of your Saturday with me. Very much appreciate that. The like I said, anybody that made purchases, I will be in touch with you tomorrow to arrange for a shipping date, and I'll mention it again in terms of the sale prices will be good until Tuesday, June 20th. And don't worry about it if you overpaid for shipping, or if you didn't pay enough for shipping. Don't worry, we'll work all that out. So I'll be in touch. I'll make refunds if we need to do the refunds on the shipping and stuff. So any use Red Sea Dip X any suggest these fry. I use potassium chloride when I bring in new frags. You know, I say dip frags no matter where you get them from, no matter who tells you in terms of what they do in quarantine. I have a quarantine system all set up, but I highly recommend that you dip all frags no matter where they come from. It just makes a lot of sense. But I use potassium chloride for acro-rooting flatworms, and in my quarantine tank I will also hit that with Interceptor a couple of times during the 30 days or so that I have frags in that quarantine tank to keep the parasitic copepods out. So that's that's my protocol, and that's what I do. But yeah, all right. Well, listen, folks, I appreciate you all tuning in, and again, I will be in touch with those that made purchases. But thank you so much for joining the live sale, and we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of the